I was a master at scrolling. I would scroll on Instagram Reels, on YouTube Shorts, everything. One time I came from school, I started scrolling because I wanted to relax a bit. It was about 4 p.m. when I started. Then I checked the time and it's 7 p.m. It felt like I had time traveled or something. It was scary. Hours passed in what felt like minutes. So I used to spend my time scrolling on Instagram Reels. I sent Reels to just one friend. He watched my Reels, watched more Reels and sent them to me, and I watched them. And so the cycle repeated. Till one day we stopped. We already had thousands of views in our chat. Then we stopped. At least I did. I kept scrolling for a while. So if you want to remain a little monkey that scrolls for a bit of dopamine, sacrificing the happiness of his future self, click off this video, watch some entertainment YouTuber. Because now I'm gonna teach you how to stop scrolling. First of all, you need to find your purpose in life. You need to find something to work on to replace that time when you scroll. The reason I hear most people scroll is that they want to relax after a long day or they are just bored. So you have to replace the scrolling time with something meaningful. I wake up at 5 a.m. every day and I run about 3 kilometers to get here and record my videos. I don't even think about scrolling anymore because I've got my purpose to work on. So you need to find what kind of dream life you want to achieve. You have to work towards achieving that life. If you're not sure about that, you could just replace your scrolling time with something like learning how to improve yourself. Or if you're too weak to replace your scrolling time with a good habit, you can just replace it with a habit that's not as bad, like watching movies and all of that, TV series. It's still a bad habit, your dopamine is gonna decrease, but your attention span is gonna be better, since you're not watching short videos. Now, something that could help you with eliminating scrolling is meditation. To meditate, you need to focus on something like your breath, the sounds you hear around you, and you hold that focus for as long as possible. When you lose that focus, you try to regain it as soon as possible. So you do that many times. I recommend meditating at least for 10 minutes every day, because meditation improves your focus, your attention span, all of that. It's gonna help you be conscious when you want to scroll again. So you'll be able to stop that. Now, another thing you could do is just delete the app you scroll on, or hide it. Now, if you don't want to delete it, you can just move it somewhere else, because your brain is used to where that app is, so it automatically opens that app when you want to scroll. So if you move that app, you have to consciously open it when you want to now. Your weak part of your mind can't open that automatically anymore. Another thing you could do is identify the triggers. Why do you start scrolling? Let's say that a friend sends you a reel or a TikTok. So you open that, you watch it, you start scrolling again. Let me tell you something. That is not your friend. That is just a degenerate that's trying to drag you down. If you're trying to improve, that person is gonna drag you down to who you were before. So try to eliminate those friends. So I keep forgetting what I want to say, so I keep having to make cuts. Sorry for that. Now, another trigger that could be causing you to scroll is notifications. So just try to close the notifications for that app even though you've got friends texting you. When you want to check your messages, open the app. You don't need notifications. I have my notifications turned off for most apps, so you should do the same if you want to stop scrolling. Now, the last thing that could help you, the hardest one, is a dopamine detox. Not one that everyone talks about, where you do a dopamine detox for one day, but one that you do for the rest of your life. Even though that sounds awful, it's worth it. I'm doing that, and if I can't do that, a teenager like me, you can do the same. So, to do a dopamine detox, you need to eliminate slowly all bad habits that decrease your dopamine levels, so that you fix your dopamine baseline. It's very hard, takes months to master, but if you want to fix your mental health and stop scrolling entirely, like I do, you need to do a full dopamine detox. So now make a guide on dopamine detoxing, on stopping scrolling and all of that. So until I finish that guide, you should check out my other guides, link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.